We're not sharing it with anybody. We stand alone for the 16 to 17 team is a unbelievable reflection and compliment to the crowd throughout this season. For us to be able to do that, to get 17 home wins based on where we started back in April on a major rebuild job, to be able to do that in this year one is a direct reflection to our crowd. They have willed us to victories this year, and once again today they were fantastic. And I'm so proud to have been associated with them, and this team has just continued to get better and better and better. A few things: our first 23 made field goals were assisted, which is incredible. We ended up with 23 on 26, but our first 23 of 23 were just assisted, which was incredible. Belmont is a very, very good basketball team. They got really good players, but we really guard well. Rick Bird is, the sixth winningest active coach in all of college basketball. He should be in the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. He's earned that right. He's unbelievable. So to be able to get a win against such a well-coached team was a great compliment and credit to our young men. And Quentin Stevens, Corey Hayward, Josh Heath, those three guys, those three seniors who've, this is really officially it's it as in terms of your final home game, and to leave like they left is and to get that record is awfully special. And then you guys got like Rand and Kellen and Jodan, who's Rand, who's been here with the other three seniors, but Kellen and Jodan, who's been here for 1 year, they're all part of it. It's special for those seniors, and just really, really proud of our guys. We took care of the ball. And in the end, it was just a great win for us. Quentin Stevens and Josh Okogie combined 9 assists, no turnovers, which is terrific. And Todrick played back-to-back good games. Indiana in this game, he's put back-to-back games together. So in the end, just a beautiful win, beautiful basketball. And we played Tuesday night versus Ole Miss at Ole Miss. Andy Kennedy's winning as coach there at Ole Miss. He's great. Their team is very good. To go in and beat Syracuse at Syracuse is very hard to do, and we'll have to play just even better than we played today. But I'm really proud of our guys to finish this home stand like we did, and it's been an unbelievable year.
Friday, you talked to us and said, "Hey, Belmont's a team that really moves the ball well," and then you see them in person, and you held them to 33%. That's a pretty good accomplishment.
Yeah, our defense we're one of the best defensive teams in the entire country. I mean, to be in the ACC, to lead the ACC in field goal percentage defense, you have to be really good to be able to do that. And to lead the country in one of the top 5 or 6 defensive efficiency teams in the entire country, you have to be really good to do that. And this team is a great defensive team. We've become a great defensive team. We don't have any individuals that can be we're not an individual team, but we have become a great defensive team. And overall, we've become a pretty good basketball team, a very good basketball team. And just to see the evolution of, think about it, we started with shorter, overtime we had to go. Tennessee Tech is from the same conference as Belmont. So we started there with our first home game versus Tennessee Tech, and then to end it at last home game versus Belmont in the same league, and how far we've come and where in the strides we've made. I know Ken will make sure Ray Cox knows we'll get good pub in the AJC tomorrow. Should be front page. Let Ray know. Send Ray a text for me on that too, Ken. Yeah, thanks.
Was it something you all saw in the first half that changed your defense in the second half?
No, you know what? I think we made an adjustment or two in the second in halftime. What we needed to do better. I thought that they were trying to get us, but our activity of our hands. We had 11 deflections the first half. We had 18 the second half, which ended up at 29 deflections for the game. We had great activity in our hands. And the second thing is we talked about, we had 7 kills overall, 5 the first half, 2 the second half. That means three stops in a row, and we did that 7 different times. And so again, defensive, we got our offense generated through our defense, and the way we moved the ball was really pretty basketball. I mean, you guys know, you've heard me from the beginning. The open man's the go-to man, high assist on made field goals. That's been a staple of our team, and player movement, ball movement. And tonight, this afternoon, it really showed, and it was just really pretty the way things worked itself out.
Josh, that run to start the second half was really kind of playing off that with them giving, just an unselfish basketball.
Yeah.
That run was really key.
Absolutely, the run was great to start the second half. I mean, that first 5 minutes, we talked about it, that we had to start that half really well, because it was a 4-point game. It was 30-26, and we needed to start that half really well, which we did, and it kind of gave us a cushion, gave us a lead, and our energy was great to start that second half, and we really defended at a very, very high level. So, that was, and the crowd, again, I cannot say enough about the crowd on a Sunday afternoon. The energy in the building, and everyone knows how much I believe in energy, positive energy, and it's just, there was so much positive energy in the building.
It seemed like Josh Okogie, his motor was running pretty high. He was all over.
His motor's been terrific. He's gotten better and better and better, and that's an area that, he's improved at is his motor. He's always, people might think, oh, he plays hard because they see him with his athleticism, but it's an every time thing, and he has gotten better defensively. And that's why he's better offensively, is based on his defensive motor. And so really proud of Josh and his continued development.
Coach, when the season first started, you talked about the need of a third scorer on top of Ben and Josh. Can you talk a little bit about now that you also have kind of found that in Taj, in addition to Q kind of getting things up under himself?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, we're just a better team when Q's playing the way he is. I mean, we've got to do a great job in recruiting and trying to find someone to replace Quentin. I mean, he's going to be a big loss when he plays like this. Because he becomes a hard matchup, and defensively with his length and everything else. So really, we're going to need to do a great job to find for next year. Because when Quentin plays the level he plays at like that, we're just a much better team. And but Todrick, what I'm proud of, is part of his continuation development and his maturation is his ability to be consistent. And so I felt back, Indiana had a great game, and today he played well. So it was back-to-back games, and he was good defensively both games. So, at the start of the year, I was just hoping we could find one score. I didn't know how we were going to score. I was really concerned on that. And we've had some major issues to score. We've been severely limited offensively. But I would say these last 2 games, I think us just, getting fresh legs again. And, we milked everything we could during the guys with that gauntlet of the ACC. And I was literally playing 5.5 guys. And it just, it just wears on guys. And that's part of our development through this major rebuild job, that we've got to get, more depth as we continue to go out and recruit and develop the guys that we have currently. So, but right now we're, offensively we're back-to-back games. We had over 70, and that's been a magic number for us, is just trying to get over 70.
One of the biggest areas of improvement this year has been in the turnover column. Double digits, the first half of the year. Today, only 8 turnovers. Yeah,
we've done a much better job at taking care of the ball. Every day for the last weeks of practice, we've just been doing toss-back drills. We got these 3 toss-backs where you throw the ball and you toss it back, and we spend 5 to 10 minutes every day just 2-hand chest pass, throw it with 2 hands and catch it with 2. And I think it's helped us. It's about as basic and preschool level of a drill, but it's been good for us. And just on the sureness of the ball and taking care of the ball.
I imagine it must be satisfying for you to have Josh, or Quentin play maybe one of his best games of the season.
Well, I don't know if it's one of his best. I think it was his best. It might have been his best of his career today. Career high, no turnovers. He was excellent defensively. And for him, for as much as he's meant to us, him being a team captain, I mean, think about what he says in postgame. I mean, he bleeds Georgia Tech. And to help lay that and he literally bled the day. But he led that foundation for what we're trying to build. And Ken, what I would tell you is it's a real direct correlation on how well he's played and what he's meant to this program. And for him to finish out like he did today, and I'm so happy for him, and I love him dearly.
Anything else for Coach?
What do you think about just having a chance to go to New York again, and going Ole Miss and trying to get a road win?
Well, Ole Miss is going to be. Andy Kennedy is the winningest coach there. They've won a lot of games. To go in and beat Syracuse is, as we know, is hard to do. So at Syracuse, so we're going to have to play just our A game of all A games. But hey, that's why you play the game. You have a chance. It's not going to be easy. We'll have to play really well. I have tremendous respect for Coach Kennedy and his program, and we'll have to play our best game of the year if we're going to want to sneak out of there with a win. Okay, thanks, everybody.